Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Juno's third trunk show this year. She's got a lot of cool stuff to come in and show us tonight. How's everybody doing? It is so good to see everyone. It's good to see you, Juno. How are you?
Hey, Valerie, nice to see you. I'm so excited, and thanks for, couldn't do this without you. I'm so excited that
To
we're,
see
I always
everyone.
look forward to our time together and appreciate your help with these shows and
Hold
everybody.
on, my phone wanted to just not do anything. I apologize. Go ahead.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I
Okay,
fixed it.
cool. Technical difficulties. We were just saying before we came on, people don't know what when the magic goes on behind the scenes to pull this
It's
off.
crazy. Yeah, it's
So yeah,
not.
just well, I just want to acknowledge, and I won't dwell on it, but I just want to acknowledge and thank everybody for their patience and understanding and all the support and love and the generosity I've received going through this with Juno's passing. And I'm not going to talk about it because I'll get all weepy. But anyway, I have responses to get back to people. I did send out 5 orders from the last show on Friday. I had a little hard time pulling it together to get all that done, but I've got a couple more out there. I haven't forgotten you guys. Just that's what we're going to be focused on this week. We've been pushing really hard, and just want to really thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for. I couldn't have managed all of this without everybody out here who's been so wonderful, and I'm just really grateful. So, and she's honored for how everyone has expressed their thoughts. So, thank you so much.
I mean, we really do have a beautiful community, and but you are so creative, Juno, and you beautiful things and fun things. Look at this hat, and she has a few different kinds of the hat, and it's pretty cool. Can you turn a little sideways, maybe? Oh, there we go.
You'll see my waddle, waddle,
I,
waddle.
I know. I try not to turn sideways either. I want to. Oh my gosh! But
Oh,
the hat.
sure, I'll turn sideways.
Okay, that's the trick.
That's
Going
right. It's
forward. All right.
so this making these hats. This all started since the last show that we did, and so it's been a whole helping me process, what went on, and that I want to do it I want to honor her, not just be sad and do something joyful. So she's a part of this whole thing. So thank you. But while we're kind of in that intro mode, Valerie and I were talking ahead of time. We just wanted to take a moment. If everybody, we're all going through so much on whatever level, and there's been so much devastation and sadness from the hurricane and events around the world, and we're not going to go down that road, but we're all, you guys are pretty aware. So Valerie and I were talking about if we do what we call in Jin Shin Jitsu, the big hug, where you cross your arms and you put your palms under your armpits, just like Valerie's got, and your thumbs towards the center. And we will receive 5 inhales and exhales. And 5 is the number for Kamala when we did her numerology of her name and her birth date, and also for America's name and birth date. So we can just, exhale. When you exhale, you can drop your shoulders, and that really helps with the relaxation, just letting that energy go. And the time we're together right now, from from this point forward, we're going to be fun, be positive, and have some joy. So here we go. Anyway, thank you for sharing in that moment with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Gina. That was beautiful. You know, That's send out those high vibes, unconditional love and truth all throughout the world. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
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 Um, as the world is purging, and this is in the astrology, we're recreating also,
Mhm.
simultaneously. And that's, all of us have our individual passions and paths we're on. So since the last show, let me get this right. You made all these hats since that you
Mhm.
have.
And more.
Oh my gosh.
Two are
I
already in ship, being sent out. And yesterday I had the immense pleasure of meeting one of our friends that we have through YouTube, and she came from the East Coast, and I'm in Arizona. And so we got to meet at a place that I had to drive through like a gateway, to get into the resort. You can't just drive up. And the ladies who worked there saw the hats, just one of the hats on my seat, because I had them all stacked up, and they were all freaking out. And, I held up the line and everything, but they wanted my phone number and telling me how to sell them. So they've had a good response so far. So I thought I'd share them with you guys. But the first thing I wanted to share in the transition mode is the heart, this labradorite heart. And this is maybe not the best lighting to show it. And, this is still, I think I showed this in the first show, and I just wanted to see. This has got a lot of gold and yellows in it.
I
Some of
love
them
that.
are blues and purples, but yeah, it's really, and it's much more beautiful in person than this is showing on camera. But I thought I'd send out some heart energy, and labradorite harmonizes all the chakras among a lot of other things. So if anybody is interested in that, it is item number 2, and it is $63. And the way we do it, we forgot to get our little banner up there on the bottom, is you guys, if anyone's interested in an item, you email me at junosees@gmail.com, and then we can, we'll take care of the transaction from there. And whoever whose email comes in, if 2 people or more want the same item, whoever comes through in the email first. And I'm not trying, I got to do it somehow, we are keeping track. So yeah, there you go. Perfect. Thank you, Valerie. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
You're
And
welcome.
that's the price, and then plus shipping. So I don't know the shipping until, it's all different depending on where you're going, where you live. So, but we take care of that through the email. But I thought, start us off with a little bit of crystal energy. And then in honor of Halloween, I took that same idea and I made these little, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if they're not really a mandala, but they're that skull pattern like I was doing in the scarves, and they're made out of real sparkly yarn. So you could put like a crystal on them, or they're just kind of a nice, fun little thing. Use as a little decoration.
That is cute. Oh my goodness.
They're real thick, it's a real, I don't know, what do you say? Like a tinsely kind of yarn. So it's really fun. It's got a lot of sparkles in it.
That is so cute.
Yeah. And so those are, lost track of word. Okay. Sparkly white skull. So those are number 84, and those are $13 each. They're really nice, like I have found a lot of times, too late after I scratch the furniture with a crystal, how nice it is to have something in there. And plus, I think it elevates the crystal in a way, gives it energy, depending on what you're using it for. All right, so let's do a hat.
All right.
So hat number 1 is this purple. Purple and lavender. Got 2 shades of purple.
Oh, that is so nice.
Now, people are going to wonder about how do you know the size, and everybody's got a different size head. So before I started, I measured my head like just right for like say you're the third eye level, all the way around, and my head is 23 inches. Now this is also the way they're crocheted here at the stitch is one that's got extra expansion to it. You know what I mean? Like that will fit your head. And they also have a cloth covered wire in the brim, so you can give it personality however you want to shape it. I just don't want to mess with them now, so leave that up to the person who might be interested, but they're really a whole lot of fun. And this one's got, I don't know if you can see the sparkles, it's got like fun little
Wow.
sparkly colors in it. And it's got the baubles and the X's, and each one of them is unique. Some may be similar, but a lot of times it depends on what yarn is available, or they all kind of are. The process is evolving. I'll put it that way. So the hats are $120 each plus shipping.
I mean, you're amazing to do all these hats. And how many do you have there since our last show, which was a month ago?
So there's 2 that are already being shipped out, and there's 6 here. And I have a couple more that I have one that's already spoken for, so I didn't want to show it, and tease everybody with it. And it's not, if I knew I had that, it's yarn that I've had for a long time, so I can't replace it. So I didn't want to, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So here's another one with people that like purple. Here's another, like a purple and teal, and it's got that lavender. So this one, the teal's got the sparkle thread in it. So give it a little extra zing. So these are all the same price. They're all 120. And all of the ones that I'm showing you are the same size as the one I'm wearing. So if you know somebody who wants one that's got a bigger head, or a guy wants, I'm also working on wizard hats and some other that I won't mention yet till I get them done, because there's an experimental thing, I'm kind of designing as I go. Yeah. These hats, this is something that I did find instructions for, so I'm not saying that this pattern is original to me, but through creating this first series, then I'm figuring out how I can do the things, take off with it and make some other designs and all kinds of different stitches and stuff. So
I mean, just the level of work you do and the amount of time, it's just amazing to me.
Well, I made I made, and I keep track of my time, and I made like several of them so I could really get down my time before I figured out, because that's how I figure how much to charge for them. So let me see. Oh, I wanted to give you the numbers on these. Okay. So the purple two-tone, the first one I showed, this one is number 101. So that's the purple two-tone. And then the teal one with the purple is number 103. Now, I'm also open to doing custom pieces, and that's something that we can talk about when, if you guys, again, just you got my email address there. And if you got certain color combinations you want or whatever, and of course it's all subject to whatever I'm able to get the yarn for,
Judy's asking if you have started on hers yet.
Well, it is started, actually. Technically, yes, it is. I have the first, like, I don't know, 5 inches of hers done. So working out the colors.
I could imagine how long it takes. I could just imagine. They're gorgeous though. They're so much fun.
I just think so here's a little, let's see, go with this. These are like it's like a little carry bag, like when you go to the store, something, but see, it's got skulls in it. It's got that same design.
I love it.
So that's just kind of fun. And you could put a lining in it if you wanted, or just however you wanted to, if that's something you were concerned about, or you can just hang, whatever you want to put in there. But they're just kind of fun little things. So this one is item number 95, and it's $40. I like the idea sometimes of, people, it's an unexpected thing. Like it looks it's so pretty, isn't that great? And then it's like, oh, look at the secret in it. It just makes it kind of fun. Thought I'd show you guys a mandala, keeping in the idea of fall. I'm going to show more hats. I'm just I don't want to show everything all at once. We'll divide it up here. So back to the mandalas, and with keeping the fall season in mind. This one is really cool, sunflower.
Beautiful.
The colors are way prettier in person than they are. Like this center, that orange is a real bright orange.
Oh, wow.
More vibrant. Sorry about the, it's all about the lighting, and we do the best we can. But yeah, it's really pretty. I don't know if it shows. If you get closer, see it gets more orange. So that is item number 15, and that's $20.
Those are adorable. Let's say hi to Judy. We're going to say hi to Joyful Journey, Randy, Amanda Carroll. Hi, Randy. How's everybody?
Thanks for being here, everybody.
Yeah. Denise McMullen, Nancy Smith, Miss Annie. So many beautiful souls. Chris MK and Bora Bora. Thank y'all for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys. I hope everybody's having a good day and doing the best they can. It's all we can do right now. So this is going back to crystals, this is an Amazonite bracelet, and it is strung on real heavy elastic thread, which, that's up to you how you know what I mean. It's not a permanent thing, as we know. But the heavier the elastic thread, the longer they last that way. This is number 94, and it's $63, and it's just the most beautiful color. If you like that sky blue turquoisey kind of color, this stone is harder than turquoise is, so it's a little more durable if you really like to have that color. It's got a lot of really wonderful healing properties.
What kind of stone again? I'm sorry.
Amazonite, like Amazon, and then ite.
Amazonite.
And
good for throat chakra too.
Yeah. And there's a lot of properties to it that I do not have in the forefront of my brain at the moment, but
I'll look it up.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Valerie.
I love doing that.
Yeah, thank you. That's really helpful.
Did you want me to write the in the chat the item number and the amount?
If you want to, that would be helpful for people to keep track. Thank you. Everybody who's helping, thank you. I don't have the chats on so that I can see them, but I go back it takes a day or so for them to show up so that I can read the live chats.
Yeah.
The replay of the video shows, but the live chat, I guess they have to go through it all.
Well, Amazonite, a stone of harmony and balance that can calm the mind, soothe emotional trauma, and enhance communication. The stone of courage and the stone of truth is encouraging good luck and fortune. So, all kinds of nice, good things. Physical health, spiritual growth, courage, luck. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a really powerful stone. It's really good.
And I'm sorry, what was the name and the number?
Amazonite. That one was number 94 for $63. It's one of my favorite stones. I love Amazonite. So we'll go back to another hat. Now this one maybe could be more for a guy. Doesn't have to be, but it's more like the darker colors could be like a wizard's hat. And this is a really nice soft yarn, like soft feel. It's still got body to it. But the hats, other than the wire brim, sorry guys, we're figuring this out as we go.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Could you tell me the number for the bracelet again?
Oh, the Amazonite, number 94.
Okay.
Yeah, for $63 plus. So anyway, the yarn I use, like I'm aware of making them. I want you to be able to kind of move them around and give them a little personality, how you'd like to wear them. So I like to have enough body in the yarn that it'll hold that shape. If you want it to be a little more stand up or whatever, and it won't quite do what you want it, you can get a little tissue paper, not like Kleenex, but like tissue, like wrapping tissue paper or whatever, and put something in, because that's really lightweight and it'll hold a shape if you need to move it around the way you want. This, again, they're all the same, and they've got this really cool, star, like a
wow.
They're all right now. That's what I'm doing on the edges, and that may change over time. And then, I'll show you on a different one that you can see more on the inside, but I finish them on the inside to be just as nice as the outside.
Wow.
Oh, and that one is, that'd be helpful, wouldn't it? That one is number 102. And again, all the hats are $120 right now. And if somebody wanted something really, like if you want sparkles added, you know what I mean? If it's like something made out of some really expensive special yarn, you know, we can negotiate all that. Just, you know, I just have to figure out what it costs for the yarn, you know, the upgrades and stuff. So here's another bag. This is fun. This is made out, this is kind of a heavier yarn and in the rainbow colors, but then again with the skull pattern in the bottom of it. This is a little bit bigger one. You know, you could go to Trader Joe's and fill your bag with goodies, you know. This is made out of like a rug yarn, so it's you know,
it's nice.
Yeah, it's got
sturdy.
The skulls in there, so I can kind of see.
So it's sturdier. It's kind of, you can put stuff in there. Okay.
Yeah, this would be, I mean, the other one is smaller. They're all sturdy, you know, but this one is made more out of a rug yarn, so it can take more weight. I mean, you got to be reasonable. It's not a metal crocheted thing, you know, but
Right,
there's reason. And so that is number 105, and that is $45. And I can make those skull bags, you know, different sizes, different yarns. I mean, you know, all this stuff can be custom made if there's anything you see. I mean, the only thing that would be an issue is sometimes I only have so much yarn of a certain kind, you know, and that would be that limitation. I can only do what I can do with what I can access. But, you know, color-wise, things like that we can do. And I want to do, I don't know. The ideas for the wizard hats are all formulating. They're not out yet, but they're cooking. Cooking.
I love that idea. Wizard hats. Oh,
there's just like a citrus slice. You could see this is orange, or I guess this is more of an orange than it would be a lime. So that's really, this one, whenever I look at this, it makes my mouth water.
Yeah, it does.
There's this, this is, wait a minute, let me go back to say what let's go. Number 21, and it's $17.
Okay. I
was watching a trivia show, and they were saying that just thinking the word salivate makes your mouth water. And everybody, oh my God, it does.
It does.
Okay.
That's adorable.
How are we doing on time? Okay, cool. So the next thing I have, this is an apatite palm stone. I had similar ones before, but I just ran across this one in my stash. I didn't show this in the last show. So this is, hang on. Where are you? Item number 106, and it is $37. And apatite is just a really wonderful healing stone. You can see it fits really comfortably right in the palm of my hand, really good for a palm stone. It's really almost like holding an egg. It's not quite an egg shape, but very similar. Just an across the board, really great stone.
Yeah. I'll look it up real quick for you.
Yeah, please do. Thank you, Valerie.
You're welcome. Appetite is about opening your heart and mind to embrace your true self. Wow. That's going along with the astrology right now.
Really?
Uh-huh. Embodies the spirit of truth and communication, resonating with the throat chakra and promoting a free flow of honesty. That's so important. Clarity, love, communication, creativity, motivation. That's a lot of fun.
Thank you. That's, yeah, it's really, they're so much prettier in person, especially if you get them out in the sun, the apatite stones, because you can see the parts where some of the apatite is like really clear. And apatite, actually, we have a lot of apatite in our teeth and our bones.
Yeah,
it's really in our own body. So anybody who's dealing with any kind of, you know, issues with the bones or the teeth or structure, even, you know, think about it on a metaphysical level, the structure of your life, things like that can be really helpful. And it's Apatite is how you spell it, which is sounds like the appetite, like I want to eat, but it's spelled differently. But it's just such a beautiful blue color. I love it.
It is beautiful.
And this hat that I'm wearing, this hat is for sale, and this is number 104, and it's the same price, $120. And I have lots of this, yarn in this, rainbow kind of ideas. I'll always have those as options. Thank you, Sylvia. She sent me a text message. She likes the way it looks underneath the brim. It's really kind of nice, and I'm playing around with some different ideas, other things to do that would be equally, fun. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
I think it's really cool. I love it. I love them. They're so cool.
They don't have to just be a Halloween hat. They can be for anything. You
That's
can
right.
just have fun with them. I've had so much fun just looking at them because I have them all placed all over my house.
Mhm.
They just brighten my mood, and I don't know, just it's fun.
Ah, Judy's here. That's who. Juno got to meet yesterday.
Yeah, hey Judy.
And Jet Law's here. Hi, Jet Law. Hi, Miss Mims. Wow.
And
Good to see
Judy
everybody.
gives the best hugs. I got to tell you, I didn't want to let go.
You two look so cute together.
We had a great
Beautiful. Driving back to Yuma, she says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so fun meeting Judy. We've been doing Zoom for a long time, several times a week, and it's just so great to meet somebody in person, and just was really awesome. Lovely family, just was great. So I'll go back. Let's do another mandala. So this one is in the shades of brown for fall, or maybe more masculine colors. Doesn't have to be, or maybe you want to, if you're looking to do focusing on the earth element, and the grounding and that kind of thing can be really good. Help kind of bring in grounding energy. So that is, and I'm sorry you guys, I didn't have the measurements, but I can email all that to you. Item 24, and it's $27. And these are all cotton. They're all made out of cotton embroidery floss. So I would recommend, if you ever had to wash one, just gentle soap, hand wash it in cool water, and just let it air dry. Just lay it flat to dry. But I usually.
Hunsinger.
What's that?
I was saying hi, Lori Hunsinger.
Hey, Lori. Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Lori, yeah. Rainbow girl. Oh my goodness. Well, this is always so much fun because it's like all these surprises keep coming up.
Well, when I went to see Judy yesterday, I packed you can ask Judy. The back of my Subaru was just full. It was like I took the trunk show to her house, and stuff that is not ever for sale, but things I've been working out. The big mandalas and just all kinds of things over the years. And she was very gracious to put up with it. We got the valet cart.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Loaded all up with stuff, and so she got to show. But it was so much fun, and it was good. Did my soul a lot of good.
Oh, that's so cool. And Judy says they are they are so much more beautiful in person.
Oh, thanks,
I believe
Judy.
that. Yeah. Thank you, Judy.
She indulged me. She was so sweet.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I mean, my goodness, I'm just amazed by you. I don't even know what else to say. All the stuff you create is just amazing. And now, what's this one?
There's another scarf, and it's a really nice. This is a real nice soft yarn, and it's like the skulls. There's 13 skulls on each scarf, but they're like I do 6 going in one direction and then 7 so go. I started again so that they both are right side up on the ends.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 13 skulls. So that is item number 97, and it is $44. Sorry guys, it's hard to show I'm learning as I go, all these things. But it's kind of a fun way to, if you're in an environment where you maybe can't dress up outwardly for Halloween or something like that, or any time of the year. So you got your own little secret, unless somebody really looks close, they're probably not going to know you're wearing a bunch of skulls. But it's just kind of fun. I love Halloween. Just the idea of you can just dress up, be whatever you want. Use your imagination.
Judy, she is unbelievably talented. Oh my goodness, that's perfect. And Butterfly Kisses, thank you for saying that. Juno, well, if you're explain this to everyone, if you're interested in something, just email Juno. That her contact information is what's scrolling at the bottom. I'll put it in the chat too.
Yeah, and then just if more than one person is interested in the exact same item, and it's not something I can replicate, like I said, I can redo pretty much all of these or something similar. If it's, then I have to just go by whose email I got first. And, it takes me a couple days because, like I say, I want to go through and make sure everything is all come through. And then I get back to you, and then we figure out how to go from there. Get your address, and I figure out the shipping, and then work on, we deal with the payment and all that. And like I said, I'm open to doing custom work on any of these things. These are just some of the fun things I thought I'd show today.
They are cute, aren't they, Jet Law? Oh my goodness. So cool to just watch. I have no idea what we're going to see either, so it's exciting for me too.
Well, and I didn't know. I have so much stuff back here. And like I said, some of this stuff I didn't just make recently. The hats I made in the last week or so. But so you figure I can make about one hat a day. I couldn't make two hats in a day. I don't think I physically could make two hats in a day.
No, I don't think you should push yourself like that either. Don't push yourself.
No, but I enjoy it. But you know what? It's like spirits. I'm just a co-pilot. Spirits doing this for me. I swear to God, it's just amazing, and how things have lined up, and so many. And one of my, I was sharing with Valerie right before we came on. Dreams do come true. That problematic person in my life is moving away. I am thrilled. I wish them nothing but wonderful things wherever they're going.
Yeah.
But what a sigh of relief. I am. Yeah. It is so much pressure off me. You guys have no idea, because that's been a heartbreaker. So a lot of shifts going on for me with Juno moving on, and then somebody I've known for 30 years, them moving on after falling out, and this taking off, hopefully. So just really grateful to everybody's support, to all those cowboy boots up my butt going, do it. I'm doing it.
You've been doing it. You were born to do it. I mean,
and thanks everybody who watched the psychathon. I'm sorry, Valerie, I didn't mean to step on.
No, go ahead.
I just want to thank everybody who watched. If you were able to watch any part of the psychathon, and I'm not sure, I haven't heard how much money we raised. I know we hit over 10,000 when I was on, and it was so much fun being on with Nancy Jean and Jeffrey, and it just was a great experience. And there is no better reason to be doing something like that and investing your time and energy. So anything you guys can do to support the cause and make sure you do your ballot thing and all that good stuff. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Democracy is at stake.
So here's just a little specimen. Well, not little, but I mean, it's not a big honking piece, but it's a good sized piece of labradorite. And now it's a specimen. I mean, it's polished on one side, but a lot of people like to see it more in the natural form, in the natural state, and see, how does it actually really look before. And so that's what's nice about a piece like this. You get both. You get the polished side that you can see. Sorry. Yeah, so that's called Labrador Essence. That why labradorite has that shimmering, the way every way you move it, you can see different colors, different patterns and things. Mm-hmm. So that is item number 107, and it's $25 plus shipping.
That is a beautiful piece. I like the other one with the gold. I never saw an old gold one like that. It's usually blue, green, or purple. I love that gold.
Yeah, the one that I have, and I can't pick it up and show you guys, but I've shown it before because it's just too heavy. But it looks like a great big gold spray of flowers, and I mean, when I first saw it, I just burst into tears. It was so moving.
Oh man.
I love stones that change when you look at them. You know.
Yeah, me too. I love them.
So you guys doing okay? Are we everybody happy?
Everybody good?
Everybody good. Thank you, thank you.
Everybody's enjoying it. Yeah.
Good. So here's another sunflower, and this one's kind of got, I put the different colors in the center to kind of look like the seeds. You know, sometimes the seeds have different colors to them. So this one is item number 16, and again, this is $20.
Okay.
I just love sunflowers. I met someone, did a Zoom with her the other day that what did she say? 1,400 sunflowers she's got growing, and like she's known for it in her area because she just has,
Oh wow.
you know, I mean, it's a thing, you know what I mean? And then she has to, then in the fall, you got to cut down all those stalks, and sunflower stalks are, it's like cutting down, you know, they're fierce. They're
Yeah,
almost
they
wood, you know, as a
yep,
plant, you know, that kind of plant goes, you would call it a woody stem, I guess.
yep. Getting the
Uh,
seeds out. Oh my God. You gotta
oh
break the
yeah.
seeds out.
And I love looking at, you ever study this, the head of a sunflower, you know, that's all sacred geometry that goes on inside of those. That's a whole thing. Just the way they form is just fascinating to me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean everything on Mother Earth. It's all magic. It's all energy. It's all
Here's
beautiful.
another hat for,
Oh,
it's just all kind of fun colors. And uh, Diana Oil Painter bought the first one that actually completed, and it was shades of pink, and it was all that way. And she purchased it for someone who is a clown. So there's,
wow.
you know, a lot of ways you can use them. But yeah, see that, here you go. Then you can see all
Oh,
in the,
wow.
let me see. You see all,
Beautiful.
so it's all, they're all finished off on the inside. I don't carry any long threads, you know. But
Beautiful.
you can squish them around and move them and have them, you know, make personalities out of them. Or, you know, feeling droopy one day, you can have it droop down or whatever. They're really a lot of fun to play with. And I've got lots more cool design ideas that I'm working on. So stay
What
tuned.
number was that, Ben?
Okay, that one, good question. That one is on item number 100, and that's 120. And again, that one might be, I don't know, I think it's probably pretty much the same size. It might be a little, just a tad smaller, but again, there's a, you know, see that you can stretch them out. See,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you feel like, well, it's too stretchy there, you can kind of pull it up. Okay, then you're going to elongate those stitches, and you can get it back, you know, into shape that way.
That is so cool that you could do that with it. Adjust it, move it around.
Yeah, I kind of, you know, and I'm learning as I go, and I appreciate any feedback. You know, if anybody does purchase one and they've got feedback about things, I'm open to that and appreciate that, because you know I only know what works for me. You know,
Right.
so here's a nice little mandala again in the fall idea. You know, maybe some people aren't so much into Halloween, but they're like that fall, or they're getting ready for Thanksgiving. So here's a nice daisy pattern, or like a black-eyed Susan. I think
Mm.
black-eyed Susans actually are really dark brown in the center, but that's what that makes me think of. And that's item number 56, and it's $25 for the one of my smaller ones, but yeah. Small but powerful.
Yeah,
And here comes the love train.
oh, I
I'm
love
just,
the love train.
yeah, I'm just
Yay!
blown away by the response that everybody is. You know, it's just been wonderful, and I'm just, all I can say is I'm just so grateful to everybody.
Mm.
This is item number 37. Here's another mandala.
Okay.
Just a big, it's a really golden color. It's more, it's more golden than even it shows on there, but that's really kind of a cool design. So that one is item number 37, and it is $24. So something like this is really nice because, you know, if you had a crystal of a certain that was bigger than the center of that, you know, then everything beyond it just looks like a big sunburst that's coming off there too.
It's beautiful.
What you put on them, you know, and I move them around, you know, see what they different stones seem to like different backgrounds or, you know, resonate with different colors, all that kind of fun stuff. Got one more bag today to share. It's hard to know, you know. I try to come through, and I want to get out as much Halloween stuff as I can. And these orders will go out promptly this time. I apologize for the delay, but you know the things being turned upside down kind of made it hard to focus. But I'm back on track, and everything's under control. And I'm learning as I go. You know, sometimes you have an issue with a payment doesn't go through or goes. You know what I mean? It takes time to sort all those things out, but they all get sorted out. And but yeah, so you know, don't despair. These things will go out within a few days, after, you know, so that you'll have them in time for Halloween. And so this is like that first white bag. It's smaller and it's green and it's got the skulls in it too. So if you kind of want to bring in that ghoulish, whatever, it's a really nice green color. It's not like, you know, it's not like grossy green. I think it's a pretty green. So that is number 96.
Nice.
And that's $40 again. But yeah, so this would be nice, you know, might be a nice little makeup bag kind of thing, you know, things like that. You know, containers that you might have they might have volume to them, but maybe not necessarily as heavy. Not that it's going to fall apart, but it just makes some stretches, you know, that's all. They're all very sturdy and all the ends are woven and woven and woven back on each other, and I lock the stitches. And so.
It's just, I mean, truly talented, Juno. My goodness.
Well, thank you. It's just I give all credit to Spirit because they keep me going, and you know, every stitch is a prayer, and it all keeps me out of pain. So it's all very selfish for me.
I love that you say that every stitch is a prayer. Somebody was asking if you listen to music, and I meant to comment on that. But you listen to like Hertz, right? That type of
different, either by the like the binaural beats, the different go by the, you know, whatever the frequencies are, or all kinds of things. You know, there's a lot that goes into creating these. It's not, you know, done in a sweatshop somewhere. You know, they're all created with a lot of love and you know, sometimes I might get, you know, down to here and have to rip it out back up to here because something just doesn't feel right, or you know, colors are fighting with each other. You know, I don't charge for that part of it. I only charge for, okay, if I sit down and this is physically how long it takes me to go from A to Z, assuming there are no, you know, reasons to have to take it out. But if they don't feel right, you know, sometimes you don't know. And Spirit told me right before I came on that even though these are all really similar in pattern, they're going to totally change. You know, each one is probably going to be a little bit different, but you know, if you have, like I said, if you have certain color ideas or things, you know, just let me know. So this one is more for a guy. I just love this one.
I love that too. Oh my goodness, it's so cool.
And I only say it doesn't have to be for a guy. I'm just saying, well, someone with a larger head. I'll put it that way. And when I say large, this is not a judgment on anybody. I'm just describing. So you can see. Here, get one that would be easy for you to tell. This purple one, because this purple one is, like I said, is pretty close. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see. Beep, beep, beep. Does that show? No. Anyway, maybe you can see there. It's appreciably bigger, right?
Yeah, I can see it. It's bigger. Yeah. Really cool.
For a guy.
Yeah.
Or if you like wearing your hats way down, you know what I mean? Some people like to wear them really far down on their head. You can do that. And you could also, you know, put tissue in the top so it would sit higher. Or you could have me make one smaller, which I'm going to be making more of these. I really like the black and white. I'm working on one that's black and then it's got a real deep red sparkly, so that the symbols and things will be in that, and that's coming out really, it's really dramatic. So, yeah. the sky's the limit. It's all, the only thing that's limiting is what yarn I can get.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
I mean, how cool is it?
Beautiful. Look at that work. Oh my gosh, Juno. Amazing.
And I'm making a Beetlejuice one too. So that one, it's not quite done yet, but that one's in the works.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's been a lot of fun.
Did you want me to put the number for that one up?
Oh yeah. Thank you. See how much I need you? Number 99. 99.
99. I love that number.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much is it? Oh, that's 120. That's right.
So those are the things I had all set to show you guys today. I still have, if anybody was interested, I showed this last time, and I know I said I was going to post this, and maybe I will be able to do it tomorrow. I didn't get to it, but this is that big shawl that's all with the skulls. And this has got 14 shades of purple. It goes from like a real light purple, almost a cream, and then at the end it comes down to, you can see it, to a dark purple. It's all skulls. Here,
wow, look at that.
Yeah. So,
that is beautiful.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I'll have to find the number on that, but this one is 250.
Okay.
Now I can also make the shawls, I don't know if I have it handy here, in a bigger yarn, so it takes less time and it works up faster, and they're less expensive than this. But this is done with a real fine yarn, plus it's got a little metallic sparkle in it. So you know, that's a figure that it plays a role, you know, especially when you get to where you have to buy several skeins for an item.
Yeah.
Like that. And then this, because they come in, it's what's called a cake. You know, it's a skein, you know, is wrapped around, and then there, you know, everyone knows what a ball of yarn is. A cake is it's around, like it's been spun around, so you can see all the colors when the colors change. And so it's got 14 different colors. So I have to go through and I separate all those colors out so I can control where they are, rather than just crocheting with it and letting the colors fall where they may, you know. But it takes effort to make that happen. I was going to show you. Oh, where did I put that? Here it is. So yesterday I went to Joann's to stock up on some yarn, and so I wanted to show you guys so here's what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's a skein. Okay. Okay. And this skein, you can see it's got a bunch of colors in it, right? So if I just worked with that, you know, just pulled it out of the skein and worked with it, it'll come out how it'll come out. But I like to control the colors so that I can make things happen where I want. So when I broke that down, here's one of those skeins broken down in all the different colors that are in that skein.
Oh my goodness, Gina.
A few of them are maybe duplicates, but you can still see, you know, you can see how many colors. So that's like an artist getting more paint colors. You know what I mean? It, like, I can make the subtle changes with them by doing it this way rather than just letting it come out random.
Right.
And then I can mix, as long as the color, the yarn weight is the same or close enough that I can fudge it, you know, like within one, then I can, then you can use them together. But you really should use the same size yarn. But it just makes it so much fun to shop for these different yarns and put them together, you know. And it was a big day yesterday. I stopped at 2 yarn places, and I mean, you know, you're talking about somebody like a chocoholic going to a chocolate store. Like, yarn! And then it was 30% off. And I had all these other coupons. You know, I do everything I can to save as much money to create these is keep the price down the best I can. But yeah, they're a lot of fun.
It's amazing that you create for our community. You just create for Spirit, really. Like you say, Spirit's she's always going, always doing something. Do you find your off the computer? I don't know, Amanda Carroll. I'm not sure what she said. No, that's Karen Robinson. Did you find your
sometimes, but sometimes I want to go in person because I need to feel it, or you can, if you know what you're buying when you're buying something online, you can do that. But when you have a specific, like it has to have a certain body to it, you know, and sometimes you want yarn, like when I do you want stuff maybe thinner, you know, thinner yarn for different purposes and a better drape, or somebody lives where it's hot and they don't want heavy, you know, whatever. I started crocheting, let's see, I learned how to embroider when I was 5, and it was somewhere like between like maybe 8 years old, I think, or so, when my mom started teaching me how to crochet and knit. And then I just took those basics and went nuts. But it's been a huge pain reliever and a way to express myself, and to have, I just love to give to people, and it's just a nice way to have an expression, you know. But and when I make a custom piece, if I know who it's for, then you know, all that energy and all my focus goes into that person who's the recipient of that gift, and I feel that's part of the energy of the piece.
Yeah. I got a beautiful piece from you, and it just feels so nice.
Thanks.
My purple shawl, and it's got sparklies in it. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna start wearing it soon. Thank you.
Cool. No, they're so much fun, and I've done that skull design so much. Like I can make that shawl from beginning to end without looking at a pattern, you know. And you just kind of go on cope. And I've got the hats down, you know. But that's where it's fun. It's been really. Here comes the love train.
I know here.
Yeah, so that I can, you know, design it, you know, make these go with the flow, you know. And if the yarn that I'm using starts speaking to me in a certain way, and I found so many fun designs yesterday. I got this cool new book, and I can't wait to play around with the different symbols and stuff that are on them. So I eventually, you know, want to get to whether I incorporate there we go. Exactly. Thank you, Butterfly Kisses. She's been such a help to me, and she made it possible for me to have. She sent me the yarn with the white skulls, the faces.
Nice.
These are just so fun feeling. I just love I mean, you wouldn't want to use them as a coaster because they're too fluffy, and you wouldn't want white for a coaster, but they are so fun and sparkly.
Oh my God! Yeah, they are so cute.
Yeah. So she gifted me that yarn, or put it on my tab, I guess. Either way, we're both good. We keep it flowing between us. But yeah, you know, and she watches the like Facebook or whatever, you know, the different places somebody has a stash, or somebody's moved on and doesn't need it anymore, and then you can sometimes get this really amazing, because yarn is expensive. It's really expensive.
I could just imagine. Oh goodness.
Yeah, so that's what it's about, isn't it, Amanda?
Yeah, it really is. Really is about everybody else. On the little white skulls, were they for sale?
Yeah, I showed those at the beginning. Yeah. So
okay, I didn't get those down, huh?
Yeah, they're number 84, and they're $13 each.
Okay.
And again, if you like this little single design of a skull, but you want it in a different yarn, you know what I mean? We can do that too. I mean, I could make these into a yarn that they would be a coaster. You name it, I'll figure it out.
Too cute. I know, aren't they amazing? It's amazing. Yes, that is life. I like that. Butterfly Kisses.
Yeah.
The basics and go nuts.
And I've been grateful, you know, the proceeds that I've gotten from the sale of things, I've turned around and gone out and invested in more yarn, because with these, you know, they're talking about dock worker strikes and things like that. When that happens, yarn doesn't come. A lot of yarn comes from Turkey and India. So, and other countries too, but you know, most yarn is made offshore, and then, you know, who knows with what will happen if there's other fees going to be added to it. So when you see it, I've learned, you know, you might be at a store that's a big chain store and think, well, I'll always be able to go back and get this specific yarn. You can't count on that either. You just don't know. Stuff gets discontinued all the time, but
wow.
And you know, I have to go to, it's a 2-hour round trip for me to get yarn. They have a little bit of yarn here at the local Walmart, but not very much. And I don't like to buy my yarn at Walmart as a risk. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I bet that is beautiful. I mean, more sparkly in person.
Oh yeah, you can't even, none of these. you know, Judy saw it yesterday, and Butterfly Kisses knows because she sent me the yarn. But yeah, you can't. It's like snow. It's that, you know, when it's really cold out and the snow falls and it's just sparkling like diamonds all over it. That's what
Yeah,
this yarn reminds me of. It's got that
it
just
reminds,
sparkly,
yeah,
sparkly.
reminds
And
me of
they're
the
real,
same.
like they weigh nothing. These are so light and fluffy. They just make you feel kind of good touching them. Like, okay, these are my worries. You know what I mean? Right here. This is all there is. It doesn't weigh hardly anything. I can let them go.
Mhm.
Working on a piece for Joan. Oh, wonderful. That's awesome, Amanda. Yeah, Joan is amazing. She's
She
I love
is.
Joan dearly. She's the one, you know, there's two people that got me to do this. She got me started, helped me with the details to get my YouTube channel going. So love her
Mhm.
very much.
Yeah,
I love
she's a
her.
beautiful soul. Our whole community is just beautiful. I mean, it's just beautiful. I'm so
Yeah,
grateful.
yeah.
Grateful for everyone.
We're all here
Yeah,
helping each other, and uh,
yeah.
you know, this is, like I said, so grateful because you guys are helping me heal through this process and helping me, you know, supporting these shows. I'm just blown away by the response that I've gotten and the sales that I've made. And um, you know, my hands are not idle very many minutes of the day. So
That's
it's
a blessing, though. I mean, that's a good way to sit. Powerful. That's a prayer with every stitch. That's just beautiful.
Well, and the
Mm.
shawls, I have more shawls I've made that are more like prayer shawls. You know, I'm just showing Halloween stuff, like I said, right now, just because it's that time of year. But I have a
Mm.
whole lot more things like that. And, you know, I have some that I've made that are angel wings. I showed
Mm.
Judy yesterday some that are in, yeah, exactly, butterfly kisses, like a cloud.
Make a cloud.
I showed Judy that I'm doing, it's a 3-layer angel wings, and they're all, and then the rib that goes down, you know, the center is all embroidered, and then I do fluffy on the edges. But I can't only work on it in the wintertime because it's so thick and heavy. So I'm hoping that this winter I'll get it finished. But it's like
Wow.
it's like when you put it on, like you end up feeling like you have wings because it goes all the way down your arms and stuff. It's really cool. But yeah. But then, you know, you're dealing with white. You got to make sure your hands are, I mean, my hands are always clean, you know what I mean? But you got to be fanatical when you're working with white,
Yes. Yes.
and keeping your hair out of it and everything else. But yeah, so it's been a real journey. Oh, there
It,
you go. Thanks,
I
Miss Ma'am.
mean,
And I owe her a reading. She won a reading from me. We never got connected on that, and I want to make sure that we
ah,
get that scheduled. You know, it took me a while, and I'm still not quite there after Juno going. That I realized that, and I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but you know, it wasn't that I was. It's not that I'm depressed. I'm sad, but then you feel like you're spiritually vulnerable. And I don't
yeah,
know that that's the best time to be trying to do readings for other people or opening, even in practice, because you're opening yourself up to energy, and there are entities out there or energies or whatever that can maybe try to take advantage of your vulnerability. Or you're not, maybe, you know, it's hard to read when you're in a place of grief. And it's just, I'm working through it. I'm doing well, but it still affects me. But I just don't want to, I'm very sensitive about that because that doesn't serve anybody, you know, pushing it too fast. And
and that's true. That's true with everything. I mean, we have to go in and feel those feelings and take that
yeah.
time. That
And you
grief is
don't know.
real. No, you don't know that grief is real, and that's just there's no time limit on any of this. And so much of what everyone's going through on a deep level, like we're releasing old programming, or we're releasing family members or relatives or pets. It's there's so much of that going on right now. Um, but
Yeah.
we're at this point in time. We all know that each soul is on its own journey, and they're blessed. Everybody, I send love to everybody over everything on Mother Earth, and everything needs help. That's all we can do is send love and truth out there, unconditional love and truth.
And love yourself. You know,
Oh man,
you
first.
got to start there. You really, I know it sounds selfish and people think I'm not worthy. You know, it only took me 60 some years to figure it out for myself. And once I started doing that, then the love I had for others was not valid, but it was authentic. It was,
Authentic. Yes, that's
yeah,
the word, authentic.
yeah.
I mean, that authenticity comes in, and it's just, wow. You just are so comfortable in who you are, and accepting of others. It's just beautiful. But this whole ascension process has not been easy, and we're still going through it. But
And we're going to continue to, too. It's,
yeah, it's not just going to ever
it's not a
just
destination. It's a journey.
journey, right? But quite a few people have said we're trying to do a show a week or every 2 weeks,
We
till
can do every week. I can do that. If you're up to it, I'm up to it. So we'll figure it out. I don't want to make you commit if you can't, but I'm up for it.
okay, so till the holidays, because there's a lot going on, but there's a lot that's going to be a lot on you creating wise.
Yeah,
But I
and
know,
I know I want to be, I'm willing to take orders, and I know how much, like I said, I know I can do one of these a day.
mhm,
So I will be able to get back to you accurately, within reason of whether I can get it done in time if you've got an event or something. And if you're more, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with these, but I just want people to be realistic. I can only go so fast. And
right.
I'm devoting my time to doing these because I think they're fun, and I think they make people feel good. I know how they make. This is the first time I've worn one. I'm just feeling different just putting it on.
Oh, what? That's so cool. Miss
So
Mims is just giving you all kinds of hugs and
thank you,
um,
Mims.
talking. I mean, she just said she wants to buy some things. Yes, we are in time of massive change, and these times have allowed us to understand what is real and what is important. That's a perfect statement of what's going on.
Yeah.
It's exactly
And I was going to have it
right.
handy here. In the animals, the spirit animal tarot, or the deck, or the oracle deck, she has the dragonfly spirit, and it's truth transcends illusion. So let's focus on bringing in butterfly energy, or dragonfly energy. I mean, you bring in butterfly to energy too. Didn't mean to, not negating that either. I welcome that too.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, focus on that dragonfly. Truth transcends illusion, and it does. It's the way of the universe. It has to be that way. So we're just in that giant mix master, Vitamaster, or whatever, Vitamix. Is that what they call them? We're in the Vitamix of life right now.
I know it, right? I keep calling it the cosmic washing machine. I
Yeah.
mean, it just not
Somebody's
it's not
pushing the
stop.
buttons to turn it off, and then we got to get somebody who can pull the plug on that
Right,
nonsense,
right.
But it's, we're in it. And there's no point whining about it, because you know
Oh,
what? As hard as it is, when our ancestors were going through stuff that was equally as stressful, we're in a lot better. Most of us are in a lot better living circumstances, or whatever. We can do this. We can do this. I know it's hard. It's hard on me. It's hard on Val. It's hard on all of us, but we can do this. And finding those moments that you can focus on something else that brings you some joy. Put on a silly hat. You don't have to buy it from me. Go to the thrift store and find a silly hat. Go to Spirit Halloween and buy wherever. Whatever. It doesn't have to even be a hat, but do something that, you know put on some silly underwear. And Steve Martin used to say, put some baloney in your shoes and you'll walk funny. Whatever it is, find something that it's just silly and goofy and makes you laugh and hang on. I have been where for decades, I didn't know how to feel joy or any of that stuff. And I thought, well, I'm not worthy of it. And those people who feel, and then when you start feeling it, and then when you hang on to it and you milk it for every ounce that you can get out of it, right? Every little bit. Then you start realizing, then you get in that feeling of, oh, that's how that feels. Then you don't want to go back to the other. And then
exactly.
hang on to more of that. And then that's universal energy that these people who are going through struggles, there's an energy bank out there now for them of joy that we're putting out that they can draw upon. So you might
No,
not feel like, oh, don't, I'm not worthy, or everybody so-and-so suffering. I'm not worthy. No, the universe needs this. There's enough of that. There's enough hand wringing going on that doesn't change any. Go back to, if you're worried, hold your thumbs, guys. Remember, leader of the parade, you worried, hold your thumbs. If you're in fear, you hold your index finger. you're in anger, nobody has anger these days. I know they don't. You hold your middle finger appropriately. Then if you're in sadness or grief, I'm holding my ring finger a lot these days. And you can put your thumb down in the palm of your hand and you can draw in even more power from the universe with any of these fingers. You can put your thumb down the back of your hand. You can play around with it. And then pinky finger, pretense, efforting, trying to be happy when you're sad or whenever you're not being authentic. Runaway thoughts is another good one. This is heart and small intestine. Small intestine is where we work out details. And you don't have to remember what these are. Just do them each. Just go, okay. Juno says, hold my fingers. I'm going to hold my fingers every day. And then after you do one hand, thumb to pinky, then you switch over and you do your other hand, thumb to pinky. And for anybody who might be new to my videos or whatever, and why is she wearing those gloves? The reason I started wearing these was for Jin Shin Jitsu, because we look at the bones, because it helps you know where you are, right? When you're working with the body, a lot of times you can see it. You know what? And if we didn't all have a skeleton, we wouldn't like the way we looked. We'd all be a pile of goo.
Yeah.
And no structure, you know.
No structure.
We couldn't move, right? You have to have your knees in order to move. So
that's right. And I was going to say, to add to all that you were talking about, it is vitally important where we place our focus.
Yep.
If we keep letting things take us off our game, our focus, our peace, you know. And I know that sounds like, well, but we have to know what's going on outside, because I do that to myself too. I give myself like a few minutes a day or a couple of days catch up and just.
And if I start feeling icky from something I'm watching or reading, I get out of it, because you know what? The same story is going to be there a million more times to go back to. So bring yourself back to center. You know, the thing is, we're the only ones that can control our emotions. People can't make you anything. They can't make you happy. They can't make you sad. It's your response. It's how you choose to respond. I've had some interactions with people lately, and normally it would have been something where I would have got my hackles up over, you know, and I just was in that observe, don't absorb mode. And they were lovely to me, and I didn't take in their thing. And I also did not make a snarky comment, that's my normal MO, you know, something to say. But you know what? It doesn't serve anything. They're where they're at. We know all what we're talking about here. They know where they're at. I know where I'm at. But I didn't stoop. I didn't go down to their level. I didn't get into that energy. And we all left, and everything was great. You know, I think they thought well of me, and I thought well of them, and off we went. But I didn't take it in. I didn't get offended. I didn't form in Jin Shin Jitsu with the fingers are the 5 attitudes. And if you can stay out of attitudes, that's when you stay in calm and peace, and you're more centered and you're more grounded, is by, you know, working the fingers and harmonizing those attitudes. You start feeling stress or anxiety or whatever come up, work with your fingers. Hold those fingers. I'm telling you, it's magical. And this is for entertainment purposes only. And I'm not claiming that this cures anything or anything like that. It's bringing harmony into the body. You're just jumper cabling, just like it's not based on a faith system or receiving attunements, which I'm not knocking those. I'm also a Reiki master, but it's not required for Jin Shin Jitsu. You're just, you know, if you believe it, if you're open to it, yes, you'll probably have a magnified response. But if you're, you know, or how you feel, or whatever your outcome is, but it doesn't mean that it won't work on somebody who doesn't believe in it, because we've seen it several times, that it's happened in real life. People are like, well, that doesn't work. And then their nose stops bleeding because you're holding their pinky toes, you know.
It's all energy work. And it's truly the flow of how our energy flows inside us and how JSJ works. And just knowing where to touch. That's why Juno's always letting us know, you know.
So it's like adding to Reiki. Anybody who's a Reiki person, master, or whatever level, what I love about Jin Shin Jitsu, it tells you where specifically, you know, it's so detailed in where to put your hands to help yourself. And a lot of times when I teach people self-help, they're like, you know, I was already doing that. See, we have this innate, we just don't know. We don't, you know, it wasn't taught to us. We're just doing it. And I love what this myth says.
Yeah, I do too. We can all. I love that. I love this. She's just so sweet.
Yeah.
Um.
And you can do, I do this 36 breaths, what we did at the beginning before I get out of bed in the morning. If you do 36, and I'm not going to go into it now, but there's a reason for 36, it clears all the depths. It's like a total, head to toe tune up, let's say, for lack of better language. You can set your intention for the day. You can look at it as, when you're hugging yourself like that, you're recirculating your own energy. You're empowering yourself. You're building yourself up. You can feel it. When you're covering your vital organs, your heart and your lungs and everything. Oh, the angel wing shawl. I don't know. The one that I'm making, we'll have to see. It is so much work. I can't even put a value on it at this point. It's not necessarily something I'm making for sale or could replicate, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
She's asking for Denise is asking for a shawl that is eggplant purple and gold. I'm having technical difficulties. I keep freezing up. I don't know what's going on. If I'm freezing up on your end, but
You're just a little
you and
choppy. You're not freezing totally, but you're just choppy, kind of.
you and I are freezing up on my end. Bad.
Well, you're living in an area, you're still affected by the hurricane to the system there, I think.
No, that's past. It's who knows what. I
But I
think
mean,
this
the after effects of what it did to the infrastructure is what I'm saying. That
Well,
there might be.
actually, when my internet finally did come on, it was like 2 days later. It was better. Now this is all choppy. I can't
Yeah, well, maybe we
even.
should go if it's,
Yeah,
yeah.
and we'll
But
be
thank
back
you, everybody, for
next
your
week.
interest in indulging me and sharing this time and any positive energy you're sending out there. If you're feeling stressed, make it a positive thing and send that out to the universe so that you're doing something. You can do positive things just with your thoughts. You can have a big
Absolutely.
impact. And thank you, Valerie.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm in Virginia, and I'm so glad everybody can hear me fine. It's just when the video does that, it just messes with my mind.
Yeah,
If
it's
I can
hard. It's
see,
hard to
yeah.
track.
It
Yeah.
is. This disordered. But we will be back next week.
Mhm.
We know, this is a lot of fun for us, for everybody. Get to see some beautiful artwork. Thank you, Gina, for creating it. We appreciate you. We love y'all. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Juno?
Just
Anywhere
thank
you're
you, everybody, so much. And again, I normally I'm right on top of things, and I needed a little extra patience from everybody this time. But thank you for believing in me and knowing that it's coming through. It just takes me a little bit, but we're getting back on track. This and Valerie's support has been a big part of that, and a lot of people behind the scenes have helped me. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you for saying that. I'm here for you. I just love that you're blooming. Everything's starting to grow for you. So I'm so grateful. Um,
Yeah.
we'll be back next week, and I can't wait to see what else is in and what else Gina has to offer. We love you all, and I'm sorry about the video. Thank
It's
you so
okay.
much.
It's okay. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.